Okay, so welcome to class. It may just be you.
That's okay. If you're okay with that.
So up on the front board, you have an assignment. Oh, you turn out the lights.
Yay! Oh, I did like that. That was fun. Wait, this is the same.
Same? Yeah. You may have to refresh it.
Okay. Yeah. That's all you had. The
Hi, Miss Fritz.
Hi, Mrs. Fritz.
Hello.
Look, it's the two Fritzes.
It's the Fritz. Oh, you know why? Because it's still in draft
Okay.
mode. My bad.
That's okay. That wasn't me.
It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me.
Are you sure?
It's me.
Okay.
So is it in there now?
Yep.
Are you part of my tech trainings? You are. The directions say, in there, complete the assignment. Welcome. And then click on the link in the submission confirmation window and complete the activity.
Okay.
So put your name down here. Well, that's what you're doing right now. You're doing an assignment. Hi. So join us back in Google Classroom.
What's that?
Join us back in Google.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
My what?
I said you're there somewhere.
But you said my hair's gone right now.
Well, we can be in trouble.
Say what?
Okay.
We're going to see how much you guys know about buying a car.
I have to really think about this. I'm too late again and I don't have a pen.
Again, this is twice.
No one signed up for Millersville, so I'm glad I get to.
That works. So you're going to go back to Google Classroom.
Okay.
And there's a new welcome. And you just put your name in, hit submit, and there's going to be a link there for you to complete.
Okay.
And we're going to see how much you know about car buying.
Nothing.
I did car buying because it was the shortest one I've got. Some of the questions are 44 questions long.
I definitely don't know. I take my son about that. Wait, so how are you doing it? Did you already?
I already did it.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. Fritz and Fritzy keep swapping places.
So am I in there? Oh, not far behind. Mrs. Fritz. Can you take this twice?
If you set it up that way.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes let them do it as many times as they want. It's just a completion grade for me for sometimes.
Right, because I didn't make it in the beginning because I was fixing my volume and I missed a question.
Gotcha, yeah.
And that would upset me if I was a kid.
Yeah. I did.
Not as good as you, but not bad.
Well, I teach the course.
So that's good, right?
I knew the
I
answers.
shouldn't do it as well as you.
I set the bar really high and I got to and went, maybe I should have missed one or two or been slower on mine.
No. Set that bar high. That's good. So if I already have one created, they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Because this one I've been using this Kahoot for a couple of years.
Huh.
So yeah. So we'll just give everybody a chance to finish up. You done, Heather?
Yep.
Okay. So in Kahoot, you can set up folders, depending upon which plan you're on. So in my personal finance folder are all of my personal finance Kahoots. So, and I use them for year after year after year. As the teacher, because you all just completed an assignment, I can go into the reports up here at the top. And you can see I've got a number of them going right now. You guys are the only one doing the car buying. So once the deadline comes, or I can actually visit this anytime I want, I can go in here and I've had 5 players, 10 questions. So if I click on players, it'll show me who did what their ranking was, how many correct answers they had, how many unanswered questions there were. So for a lot of, I do a lot of blind Kahoots to introduce a unit. And so as long as they don't, they might have 1 or 2 unanswered questions, and I'll still give it to them. But if they have, like, out of 10, if they have 9 that are unanswered, it doesn't count. So this is a way to real quickly be able to see who did the activity to give them credit, and it's just a completion grade unless I'm trying to do something else. Sometimes I'll give this as a test. They don't know it. Or they do know it. I've done it both ways.
They know enough then to not be stupid with their names?
In my directions, because I have an Isabella, a Rosabella. I have 2 Isabellas, 1 Rosabella, and an Isabel. I've got 2 Gages. I've got 2 or 3 Jakes. Like, I'm like, first name, last name. If all you use is your first name, you don't get credit. And I have to come down hard on them. So that's a nice way to be able to figure out who has done what. If I go, so here's another challenge that I did with all 99 students in personal finance class. Maybe it was just half of them, because it was half of them were in school and half of them were not. So I had 26 players do this one. And so I can go through and see how well they did, how many unanswered questions there were. I click on see more, and I get more kids. See more, and I get more kids. I don't know who the see more kid is, but I'm always clicking on them. So that I could, like this one, Isabel didn't get any credit for this one. Glafira didn't get any, nor did Rosabella. No points because they didn't use their first and their last name. Jackie, what you trying to see? No, because the directions were sign in with your first and last name. Don't follow directions, you don't get the credit. And Isabel didn't get it because there's 16 unanswered questions, yeah. With Isabel? So it's real easy to do these. They used to, when Kahoot first came out, you could do a Kahoot with the class and then put it into ghost mode and they could try to beat their own score. I don't even worry about that anymore. So if I wanted to, we'll just go back to personal finance, and I'll do auto insurance. All I have to do is click on the play button and click on assign. Under assign, I can randomize the answer order so they can't sit next to each other necessarily, like, oh, you got the left, I'll do the left. You got the right, I'll do the right, kind of a thing. You can set a date and time that it's due. And then I create it, and then if I go into personal finance. You're fine, Tosh. So here's the blind Kahoot. So in here, I give them all the directions. So you have to use both your first and last name or you don't get the credit. And I just put the link in there for them as the assignment.
Where did you get that again? I was in Maya. Where did you get that again?
Oh, okay. So I'm just going to click on play.
Play. That's it.
What's the difference between teach and assign?
Teach is when they're here. So it's like a live game with me.
Oh, it's all, okay.
Because I could give them like a vocabulary term. When the stock market is rising at 20% or more for a prolonged period of time. And then the choices could be a bear market, IPO, investor, and bull market. And they would choose, and then I would teach them, well, this is what it is. Or you could teach a couple of terminologies or a couple of different artists, and then throw in a question like this.
Okay.
So that you can use Kahoot like a PowerPoint almost, that has embedded questions in it.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's what the teach means. So either you're running it here in person with the kids or you're teaching like a new lesson.
Okay, so then maybe is that, because it says for virtual, so if you chose teach, and let's say we were remote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm in a Zoom session.
Mm-hmm.
Do I then show my whiteboard or show my screen?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would have to choose teach.
Yes. So if I wanted to do this remotely as a Zoom, I would do this. This would be the screen that I'm sharing with them. So when I go to Classic, you could do team mode if you want to put them into breakout rooms. I mean, that kind of, really gets you into it. But if I'm sharing this screen as my share window, and the kids just need to go to this and type in this. So on their machines, they would have what they normally see in class, and then they just need this through Zoom to see what the questions are.
So they almost have to do a side-by-side with them.
Or a phone and a computer. Yep.
Phone, okay. Will I remember this if we ever go over?
Just call me.
That's what I was just going to say. Or text me, or email me, or...
We're all going to be doing that.
It's 2 minutes until my class starts. What am I supposed to do again?
So basically, and I am trying to get a handle on Zoom. Okay, sorry if I'm, monopolizing. But really in Zoom, you can embed a lot of interactive dialogue. I mean, per se, or writing or anything. It's really just showing a whiteboard, talking, maybe having them on another Google, whatever, something.
Yeah, they could be on a separate Google Doc doing something collaborative.
Then, okay, that's what I just didn't do. I have not done enough Zoom to know what.
Yeah, no, Zoom is like what I'm doing on the board. I can show you stuff, but for you and Heather to collaborate, it has nothing to do with that board. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So yeah, Laura, you could pull up one right now. Go ahead and assign one.
I did.
You
I
did.
actually-
Look at that.
Well, look, I have because I'm writing down the stuff. I have my URL then to copy it, and then I can just put it over. Because I have one made for grades already, the unit we're in.
There you go.
But I was like, not going to do it because I didn't want to spend the whole class period using it. But this would be a great way on the remote day that I could assign it for
Yes.
next Friday.
Yes. Yep. So what Laura's talking about is I clicked on create it. And you can either copy this URL and put it into each one. Like I have 4 different personal finance classes, so I can take the same URL and have everybody in the same game, or you can do one for a Google Classroom. And this is the problem I'm having with Edpuzzle today is I assigned it to everybody, but not through Google. No, I did through Google Classroom, and the link's not working. Like you have to, I have to set up a new class for all of my personal finance kids to be in one class, I guess. But if you copy the URL and put it into an assignment in Google Classroom, it'll have the Kahoot logo in it. So if I were to take this and go back into our, because I don't want to confuse the kids. Nope, I don't have us there.
Okay, how do I get into Kahoot as a teacher?
Okay, do you have an account?
I don't know.
Yep. Yep.
I just did log in with Google, Mrs. Brent, so that it's through my school Gmail account.
I went on to Kahoot.it and it's
No, you have to. You as the teacher have to go to Kahoot.com. Kahoot.it is for the kids to sign into a premium game. So yeah, if you log in with Google.
I might have an account.
Okay.
Mine says
There you go. You do.
we could not find an account, but then when I go to sign up for it, it says there's an account that already exists.
Did you try signing in with Google?
Yeah, so I just tried to log in Google and I got that.
Then just try putting your user.
If I did this, I did this.
Sure. Try the other one.
Alright, reset.
So if you wanted to make a new one,
I apparently have some.
okay.
I go out and get them, I don't need them.
Right. Right. And if you have Kahoots you want made, I have business interns. Now we just have to make sure that they're not in your class, or you just excuse them from that as an assignment.
Your directions again that you tell them.
Sure.
Like I know you said about the using your first and last name and Because I really think I am going to sign this for next Friday.
Why not?
I mean, yeah, I'm like, I have it made. I would love for them to use it. And they tell me they like Kahoot better than Quizlet Live, is what I've heard.
Well, the other thing is, Quizlet Live is best in person.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, you can
So
do
now.
You can do it the other way, but it's like, yeah. Okay,
Right.
there's my blank Kahoot. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I did one. Let me see if I can find this one. Because there are different modes that you can do. And when they first came out with the one, I was like, what is this? That's dumb. And now I'm finding I'm using it with my cybersecurity. No, it's not cybersecurity. Who is it? Now I can't remember who it was. But you can put them in, let's see, what did we do? Oh, maybe it was the banking one. It was the banking one. There it is. So have you seen this version of it? So when they're playing the game, the kids have to drag these up to, so it's in the right order. So this is in the correct order because I'm just previewing it right now. But it might come up I, F, C, D, and they have to click and drag the boxes into the correct order. So you could have a Van Gogh and say, what year was this one painted? And have the right digits down below. And then they have to put the date in the right order.
Say, go walk out.
I know.
Well, I thought you were just doing reports. What's going on?
So if you were to create a new question,
Oh, add a question? Okay.
so you can add all these kinds. And so what I did was the puzzle. Yep.
Oh, that's fun.
So yeah, this is the puzzle. So again, if you guys need help making some of these, you don't necessarily have to do all the work. I just need a little bit of lead time because I've got business interns that aren't doing anything right now for me. So they're down helping guide them. So I just have to pull them up, give them an assignment so they can then work on it.
And what's best to give you, like if I have my whole list of vocabulary from Quizlet and I wanted it in a Kahoot, could I share that with the student intern?